Well, welcome back to ScreamingDelkims, video guides of how to do things regarding carp fishing. And today's how-to guide, if you can obviously see, is going to be bait making, the more lines of boilies. Yeah, I'm going to show you basically how to make them. I mean, if there's guys out there watching this, you know, you've been doing it for years, then, you know, fair enough. But there is people that have never made them before, and they've only ever seen, you know, pictures on websites and read things about it. You know, never actually seen bait making live, so to speak, in a video. So, well, I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to show you all the stuff you need, yeah, and the stuff that you don't need, because you can actually just go down to the supermarket and buy yourself some stuff and make boilies straight away. You don't need all this fandangled fishing gear that costs, you know, thousands and thousands of kronas or pounds, depending which country you're in. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go through everything I've got here so you can see exactly what I'm going to use. I mean, everything here is not used at the same time, you know, this is just for different types of boilies and what have you. Okay, and what else I'll do, I'll explain what everything's for as well, obviously, and then we'll crack on and we'll make some boilies tonight. Okay, the first thing, I'm going to go from right to left, right the way through this lot. It's not this is the most important thing down to the least important thing. Okay, first one is a blender if you've got one. Doesn't matter if you haven't got one of these, it really doesn't matter. All you need is a fork and a bowl. Yep, this just makes it a lot easier. I bought this specifically for making boilies, so you know, nothing else goes in there food wise. You know, it's just for boilies. Okay, another thing, eggs. You need the eggs to make your boilies. That makes them stick together. That's what makes them go hard when you do boil them. Yeah, is the egg. But what I use these days, I don't use eggs anymore because going through thousands of bloody eggs. What I've got here is egg powder. Yep, it's this will go a long way. This bag, it will make a hell of a lot of bloody boilies. And if I can just show you inside, I keep it in this aluminium bag to keep it a bit fresh. That's egg powder. Yeah, I think it's called egg albumin or something. I got this off a friend of mine, Colin, who bought 25 kilos of it, and he gave me some. Well, he gave me, must have given me about 8 or 9 kilos. But this is good stuff, and I'll show you how to mix that when we start making the boilies very shortly. Okay. Another thing we have is the base mixes. This isn't actually a boilie base mix, this one. If you can look at it, I'll just move the eggs out of the way. This is a ground bait mix, and it's pretty coarse, but you can use it for making boilies. I've done it before, and it's good stuff. That one's called Sutakung, or Tench King, if it's translated into English. Okay, here's another one that I have. You know, I'm not one of these that just uses one kind of bait. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not trying to sell any gear here or whatever. I'm just going through the stuff I use personally. Yeah, this is fish fodder. I think what it is, it's just full of fish. Used in fish oodling is growing. Contains animal proteins, good for salmon fish, but also good for tench and other big specimen fish. You don't need a binder. It's very strong, with a appetizing smell. Yeah, I think it comes in 1 and 5 kilos, so that's the kilo bag. It was only 32 kronas, so that's what, you know, that's £2.50 for that, for a kilo. You don't use that as a base mix. You know, you mix it with that one. I'd use it in a fish base mix with the fish flavoured boilies if I'm making them. Yeah, I wouldn't use that really with a fruit flavour. Okay, here we got. This is quite funny. This is normal base mix I'm using. This is Mistral at the moment. can't remember which kind of mistral it is, but it's been infected. You see all the little black bits in there? They're actually mealbagger. Those bloody horrible mealbagger. It's full of them. They're all dead now. You know, I mean, not through starvation, that's for sure. Okay, moving on now. We'll go through the flavours now. Yeah, the flavours. If you're a newcomer to carp fishing and making boilies, then flavours. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds out there, and you probably don't know where to start. Yeah, there's there's silly ones out there just to catch the angler. I mean, well, I'll show you in a minute actually. But if you're just starting the carp fishing, and you're making your own boilies, yeah, just pick a couple of fruit and a couple of fish flavours. That's all you need. Yeah. My favourites, if you want any advice, is my favourite all-time flavour has got to be Scopex. It's got to be Scopex. I've caught so many carp on Scopex flavour. You can't go wrong with it really. You can use it all year round, winter or summer, and it's a proven fish catcher. So if you're looking to decide which flavour to buy when you start making boilies, try Scopex. It's a great one. Another fruit flavour that I like is pineapple. Yeah? I mean, not that I like it personally, well I do like it personally, but the fish like it as well. I've caught a lot of fish on there, on pineapple. And so, if you want to do fruit, stroke cream, yeah, and you don't know which ones to buy, just try pineapple and Scopex there. Yeah? Yeah, I've got Scopex here in a couple of different flavours. A couple of different manufacturers actually. This is Mainline, yeah, nice Scopex flavour this one. It's very creamy that one. I've just said there's hardly anything left, used it all last season. And there's a new one I bought from England, this one actually. I was in the shop, tackle shop, and I asked him if he had any Scopex. And he said, well I've got this Alderson's concentrate Scopex. And I thought, oh well, you know, there's that many bloody brand names on the market now, you know. I've never heard of these, and they're not a big name, but I smelt it, and I really liked that. It was a really creamy, Scopexy flavour, and it's really strong, so you don't have to put much in that. It was only £5.50, so like 70 krona. Okay, the fish flavour ones. If you're going to go for fish, you can use the normal base mix, or you can use a fish base mix. Yeah, fish base mix is obviously better. But the thing with fish, I only use it during the summer months when the water is 15 degrees or more. But okay, well I've gone to two fruit. I'll go through two fish now. My favourite fish flavours, yeah. The first one has got to be monster crab, because I had a great summer once in Harelandershire and in Gothenburg there on monster crab. Yeah, that's got to be my all-time favourite. And the second one is it's got to be the Squid and Octopus. Yeah. Oh, had some nice fish on the old Squid and Octopus. This is sold. Well, it's actually for mixing with ground bait, but I put it in my boilies anyway. Yeah. And this is the dynamite bait, Squid and Octopus. But also what I do use in my fish bait, if I'm using a fish base mix, this is halibut powder. I'll put a bit of that in, you know, the extra, just to make it a bit extra fishy. Great stuff, that halibut powder. It's very cheap in England. It's only like 15 krona for, you know, a half a kilo. So it's very good. But you can't buy it in Sweden. Well, not that I know of anyway. Okay, that's flavours. I mean, there's plenty of flavours to choose from. I mean, I've got here green lip mussel. That's another favourite of mine. And that's what we're going to make tonight. We're going to make Scopex and green lip mussel boilies. Okay, that's the ones tonight. So all the different flavours is unbelievable. You got fruit teller, you got pineapple. If we just go take a look down here, this is my little collection of flavours. You know,